maybe I'll just squeeze in my number one interview tip. I don't know if you're planning to ask me a question along these lines,
Yes.
but I feel like it naturally flows here. My number one
Let's do
interview
it,
tip
yeah.
is like, try to pretend you're not being interviewed. I want you to pretend like you've already been hired. And the people that you're talking to are your first colleagues that you're interacting with. If they're putting technical problems in front of you, then solve the technical problem like you would with a colleague, right? So if that's happening, probably what you do right now, if you don't know something and you're working with a colleague, is you're going to say, I don't know. Here's what I do know, and here's what I don't know, and let me go figure that out, right? Do the same kind of thing in the interview. Don't BS your way through it. The same advice applies for the behavioral portions of the interviews, right? That it's the brand new colleague is just trying to get to know you. So they're asking you about your experience or like, what would you do in this situation? And I think it helps put you in the right mindset of, it takes a little bit of the pressure off of, oh, I better come up with the right answer. And it causes you to do the right behaviors, especially for technical interviews. Like rather than trying to pretend you know something or trying to think of what is the answer this person is looking for, you'll come across more collaboratively and work together on the solution. Here's what I can come up with. I'm kind of stuck here, and let's go from there. And that actually works really well when candidates do that.
Yeah, that's a really good tip. So if I can sort of add to that, it's thinking of your interview not as an exam, right? Like it's sort of a teacher-student relationship, which is how a lot of us feel when we're going in. There is this judginess, right? You feel like you're being judged, you're being quizzed, you're being tested, and more like, hey, I'm going in, I'm gonna spitball with my colleagues, we're gonna solve this problem together. This is actually how I would do it in real life if I was working there. But you're saying even go a step further and imagine you are actually already working there. You already got the job, and you're trying to work through this together. Yeah. I think it's almost easier said than done, right? Because you're going in and like there's you kind of feel the eyeballs.
Absolutely.
Right. It's like people are looking at you, they're expecting something. So, it's hard to do perfectly, I guess. But if you can at least get into some sort of mindset towards that feeling, then you're gonna probably be less nervous and do better.
You're absolutely right. It's definitely easier said than done. I do it myself when I'm the interviewee, but I can't stay there. Like at some point my brain is going to pop in and say, well, this person is evaluating you and they are going to make a decision that's probably going to affect your future life, and all those thoughts come in. But try to make those go away and just treat them like a colleague.